What it do, y'all? We're back with another one. We're doing a vlog today on Halloween Horror Nights. So please stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I'll be right back. So right now we're on our way up the parking garage. As you can tell, it was a very great view from the top. We got to see the whole Universal Studios, which is located in Orlando, Florida. Over there, you get to see some of the different rides that they do offer. The Rock and Roller Coaster was very lit. Great music choice. I did love it. It was definitely a vibe. I have a video with that later. So this is where we're getting ready to go into the park. We have the little walk escalators that, speed up the process because let me tell you, people are trying to get there because it's definitely a vibe. Now, I have been to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventures plenty of time. Right now, this is the part of City Walk where we're entering. They have little different things like the mini golf. Never done the mini golf, but I think the next time I will. Don't mind my hand that just came across the screen. That's like so ghetto. But yeah, so City Walk is definitely a vibe. I find it real funny that nobody had on masks because of like COVID. And but we're not gonna get into that. We're not even gonna get into that. So this is us entering. Oh, they so cute holding hands or whatever. But this is us entering Halloween Horror Nights. The line wasn't that long to get into, but it was a little long. So yeah, be prepared for that. Another thing I want to say that Halloween Horror Nights was definitely a vibe. It wasn't as good as it was like pre-COVID, but it still was a vibe, if you haven't been there before. The first haunted mansion we did get on was the Hell's Horror or Hell's Sparkling Horror. It definitely was like one of my favorites. We waited maybe like 10 or 15 minutes just to, go through the haunted mansion, but it was worth the wait. Like even if it was an hour, I still would have waited no cap. It was very, very, very good. So this is like a little scare zone, like in the beginning. If you've been to Halloween Horror Nights, you know about the scare zones. And then this is my favorite ride of all time, The Mummy. Like, how can you not like The Mummy? It's the best ride. And of course, because I ride it all the time, I knew exactly when to smile. And I told everybody to smile. So like I was saying earlier, there are designated like scare zones. This is one of them. And at nighttime, it does get more scarier. And I do have different videos of that. And oh my goodness, let me tell you guys. When I was at Halloween Horror Nights, people were just doing the craziest little airdrops, and it was just like really getting on my nerves. But I was so nosy, I just had to keep seeing what these airdrops was going to be, and clearly, it was a waste of my time. Now, here's one of the scare zones I was talking about at nighttime. Now, like I mentioned before, I did go to Halloween Horror Nights pre-COVID, and I do have to say that I wasn't excited as I was like other years before. And no, it's not because I went plenty of times, but this year's performance was just not it. Keep in mind though, their costumes were great. The people that played the roles, they were nice as well. However, I did not like the fact that every hour nothing changed. Like pre-COVID, every hour everything changed. It was different people, different costumes, it was different everything. I saw the same people the whole night, and I was not happy with that. But however, people did enjoy their time there. People were scared, like my auntie, she was very, very scared. But me personally, I wasn't. I feel like they could have done a lot better with themselves. However, it still was a vibe, and I love the costumes. After we stood in the line for 2.5 hours, damn near 3 hours for Halloween's Haunted Mansion or Haunted House, it was trash. Very much trash. But we decided to get some food because we were hungry with all that standing that we did. And let me tell y'all, my uncle spent $100 for like 3 hamburgers, 3 drinks, some fries, and a milkshake. Like $100, I'm confused. And the food wasn't even all that. And then there's me being stupid and goofy or whatever. We're not going to talk about that. And then this is the roller coaster I was talking about. This is the Rock and Roller Coaster. It's definitely a vibe, and I highly recommend going because it's open throughout the whole year. So I highly recommend going to ride this roller coaster. It's very much a vibe. Yeah, it's you just gotta ride it. Like I said, we did get on Halloween. It was very much a waste of my time. The Festity, whatever that says, I honestly don't even remember getting on that. But the Deaf Man's Perry or Deaf Death by Perry, whatever. The Dead Man on the Boat was definitely a vibe. One of my favorites. I would have to say my top three. Here's another airdrop. Boo. But back to Halloween. Let me tell you guys why Halloween was just not what it was. First and foremost, I stood in line for, like I said, 2.5 hours, maybe even 3 hours. Once we finally got into Halloween, it was just too short. There wasn't as many turns. There wasn't as many, pop out scenes. There wasn't much. It just was not giving, and I did not appreciate it because, like I said, I stood in that line for 2.5, maybe 3 hours, wasting my freaking time. It was trash. But anyways, the little pumpkin man, he was so cute or whatever, but he was not scary, as I had to say before. And here's a little bit more scenery of the different scary zones that were there. Let's get into Deathman's Perry. The setup was amazing. Like, it was very top tier. I love how everything was just great in there. The outfits was amazing. The blood is just everything was top tier in there. The effects was nice. The makeup was nice. Everything was top tier. And no cap, I was scared. I really was terrified throughout the whole time. I kid you not. But I would highly recommend that one. I also love the fact how, like, if you were really out on a Perry, it would be cold. It would have, like, little raindrops and stuff going down. And I really love how everything was just put together and so it was well thought of. It was very nice. This is like the Fast and Furious ride, and this is where I was getting ready to go to the Black Phone. The Black Phone was definitely top three. My favorite. And pop out was great. The makeup was great. It had like two different little scenes. It had the Black Phone, and it had another other part into it. So it was 200 houses in one. And then I only waited in line for like 30 minutes, and that is what made it even better. Loved it to death. Highly recommend, and it was definitely my number one haunted house. Definitely. So this is us going to Men in Black. This was the first time I ever saw it empty. Like, it literally took us 2 minutes, maybe 3, to get to the line. There was no line, but just to get to the part of the roller coaster. And of course, you already know your girl came in first because I'm just that girl. You feel me? Now, honestly, I don't remember going. Oh, look at that girl. Real hot girl shit. Anyways, but I really don't remember going on the last one that I just showed you guys. But yeah, so this is us getting ready to go to another section of the park. So after we got off of the destruction one or whatever it was called, we did go into Bug's Life. And let me just tell you, well, I went into Bug Life by myself. And let me just tell you, I was terrified, you guys. Another one of my scariest ones that I did go on was Bug Life. Listen, I am terrified of bugs, and the fact that I was literally the only one in there made it 10 times worse. But I would highly recommend. The bugs were so realistic, and then they had little things coming out the wall, and then they had the little air spray out the wall, so I just knew I got hit by something. But anyways, this is us leaving Halloween Horror Nights. It was definitely a vibe. It's definitely a 7 out of 10. So it wasn't as bad, but it wasn't as good as it normally is, which is why I gave it a 7 out of 10. But this is the outside of City Walk at nighttime. It's so beautiful and so vibrant. Like, the lights, I just love everything about City Walk at nighttime. City Walk is also free, so if you're ever in Orlando, Florida, definitely go check it out. They have plenty of restaurants, plenty of shops to go shop in. They also have a movie theater that I've never been to yet, which is kind of crazy, but I will go. Bubble Gump Shrimp is so good. Like, I used to go there every single time when we went to Orlando, but then it just got played out. But anyways, this is me leaving Halloween Horror Nights. It was definitely fun. I had a great time, and I hope you guys enjoyed my vlog. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.